Welcome to the Empty Nest Mom podcast, a space for every mom in every season. Whether you're rocking babies, raising teens, or staring at an empty bedroom, you'll always find hope, laughter, and truth here. Together, we're remembering the woman who's always been there beneath the titles and giving her permission to shine again.
Good morning, Mama, and welcome back to the Empty Nest Mom podcast. This is where we get real, share our messes, and find those little threads to hold all of our hope together. Last week, we unpacked on loneliness and the need to reinvent ourselves in motherhood shifting seasons. And I shared how I've been trying to kind of learn more on the tech side for myself and for my kids, using social media apps, even some new gadgets, because I feel like if it's easier for them to reach me, then maybe they'll want to reach me more if it's more accessible for them. So that has been really, really, really rolling in my mind all week. All week, I have thought of all these little tech things or these gadget things or all these little things and how they can help. What if?
Okay.
So if learning some kind of tech helps me stay close to my kids, what else could it help me do? Around the house, around everywhere. So today I wanted to dive into Alexa, smart homes, some AI, some wearables, and all those little gadgets and stuff that do help us. This episode isn't about becoming a robot mom, it's about reclaiming time, peace, and maybe just a few brain cells. Pour that coffee, tell Alexa to play Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which is ironically my ringtone, and settle in because this one's for your sanity, mama. I feel like I am pretty techy, kind of tech savvy for my age. Agree? I mean. So I actually really do like learning that stuff. Like I did the website. So, here's me saying if someone gets on and they think it's pretty crappy, well, I did it. But I learned it. I went through and I learned it all and it took me far longer than what it should have. Just like last week, somehow I deleted all the pictures and had to redo everything on it. So I've spent so much time going back through trying to figure it out, but I did it myself and I'm kind of weird like that. But normally, I would say all of it is me, but a lot of it, Lauren has to get a lot of credit though, because she's like my personal IT hotline. She likes to reset my passwords, maybe more than.
I reset your passwords more than I reset myself, my children, my
I
husband's.
mean, it happens. It happens. I'm not ashamed. There's nothing I am ashamed of about that. But, I just don't want to get left behind. I mean, do you guys, Michelle, do you feel that way? I mean, you do a lot of tech for work and stuff.
Well, I mean, I use some stuff, but I'm not one that's gonna be Snapchatting and Twittering and
Now that's
whatever,
not
and
true. You have Snapchatted me.
I have, but I'm not very fluent in it.
I mean, sometimes we're like 5 or 10 days apart, but we've done that. I mean, Macy, do you Snapchat your mom?
Yeah, I do.
See? Jill, that's pretty impressive.
That's about the only thing I can answer, though. I can figure out how to watch it, and that's about it.
Well, I mean, you don't have a landline phone.
I don't. You're right. I have to do
Michelle
it all on
does.
my.
No, no, I got rid of mine 2 months ago. 2
No,
months
you
ago.
didn't.
I did because the dog chewed the cord and it didn't work anyway. The house needed rewired for it, so I just called and canceled it.
That's hilarious. I still have your landline in case you're asleep to call for emergencies. So now I've got to take it out.
Yep.
You better ask Lauren how to do that, though.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay, okay. Well, I think personally that as I've thought about this week a lot, I really do feel like it can keep us in touch with our kids better and in touch with a lot of other things. Like I do now sometimes I do like the voice notes and I have like the separate calendar and in doing the website and stuff with it, I have learned a lot more with it. Now it didn't come without a lot of questions, but I have learned a lot more on it and it's a lot of those things have really gave me back some of my time. And one of the things that I am really looking at that I have used quite a lot is that Chat GPT. I always say GTP or GPT. I never know which one. So, but I have started using that a lot for personal stuff, just like even I'd heard it on Facebook or TikTok or one of those about how a lady used it to do her whole recipes for like a week. And
Oh,
so
wow.
not only did she do it like that, though she went through and said, I have this, 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 and this, and you can talk to it.
Well, you could literally send it a picture. Like, you could send it a picture of your fridge and be like, "Hey, make me recipe, or what can I make for the rest of the week?" I took a picture of my wall and I was like, "I want to add this size frame, this size frame. How can
Mhm.
I make it look good? Can you send me like a couple options?" And it'll send you several options, and yeah, it's really handy.
Wow.
I mean, it's probably not the best thing to use all the time, but
Yeah. Yeah. Macy, what do you mainly use it for?
Well, recently, since I'm moving into my in-laws basement, I asked it like what colors would go good with like our couches are dark brown and we're not going to get any new furniture anytime soon. So I asked it to make me um, pretty much a little bit of a setup of what colors and like what kind of like aesthetic to use for it.
yeah, I've
Hmm.
done workout plans too, and they've actually been really good. When I fell down the stairs and I hurt my knee, I wanted to start going back to the gym, and so I was like, "What are some exercises that I can do with a hurt knee?" And it'll, like, give you modifications, and I
Hmm.
don't know, I really enjoy using it. It's very handy, and I mean, I can if I can save a couple brain cells,
Yeah.
I'll use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they actually say you use less brain cells when you use it, so that may not be
Yeah.
saving
I
them.
mean, there's a lot of people that are super against it, and I understand why, because I mean, we need to think as
Our own independent,
ourselves, but I don't know, sometimes it's just so much easier to be like, "Hey, how do I do this?" or "What does this mean?" Or I ask it a lot of dumb questions. Like, I will tell it what kind of sentence I want to say, and then I'll be like, "Does the apostrophe go here or here?" And it'll tell me where it goes. So
What do you use it mainly for, Michelle?
I use it for a few different things. I used it at work when I had a question about our ERP system, and going through the help thing was like just a royal pain trying to find what I
Yes.
was looking for. So it would answer my questions pretty quickly. And then I also used it just trying to a lot of times on the internet when you ask a question, it brings up 50 million different articles,
Yes.
and it doesn't just give you a straight answer. You have to go in and
Yes.
read a lot. And like I was having a conversation with someone the other day and we were talking about the poverty line, what it is currently. And I pulled it up in the internet and it had all these articles, and it never would just give me a chart that just clearly
Right.
said boom, boom, boom. This is what it is. And so
Right.
I typed that in there and it just brought up a chart that said one person it's 15,000 whatever dollars. And I mean, it's just a lot easier to find that way.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, I also use chat as a buddy. So sometimes I'll be like,
I have
"Hey."
seen people just trying to have fun with it like that, wasting
No,
time.
I mean, I talk like, and I also want to note that I say please and thank you to chat every time I get it, because
They say that.
if
Me
there's
too.
an uprising of AI or any robots, I will be saved by it.
Macy's like me too.
I'm always like, "Thank you so much,
See, I
remember
called
me."
Amazon's little person useless and it argued with me about it. So,
Are you?
it was like, no, I'm not useless. I can provide you these great suggestions.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Jill, don't you want in on all this?
I don't think I do. I think I'm more scared than anything. I don't even know what this is. How do you get to Chat GPT or whatever it is?
My gosh.
It's an
Okay,
app,
well,
It's
it's
smarter than
on
we are.
some of you guys.
yes, it's
Yeah.
amazing,
Oh
I
my
love it.
gosh. But it's kind of like the Google and stuff too. You have to
Gemini and yeah.
you have to put your stuff in it. Like I know for our podcast and for on the business side, podcast, blog, website and stuff, I have to put certain things in it for people to be able to search and find us, then we can come up as relevant
Well,
to the conversations.
it's growing. It's growing at a very rapid rate. And now it's not only just something that you can ask questions to, it will pull up suggested articles or suggested places, or I mean, it's becoming just a search engine altogether.
And so it does remind me a lot of the Google, with it. So
Yeah, it's just my bestie because whenever I was having my kidney stone issues, I literally was like, I messaged it and I was like, "Hey, I think I'm dying. Can you this is what's
it was
happening.
rough.
Here's
That
my
was a rough
symptoms
time.
and I'm in the car for the next 6 hours. Do you think I'll make it?" And they were like, "Yes, Lauren, you'll be okay. Just keep drinking your water and then I'll set a timer for 30 minutes and you check back in and tell me what your symptoms are." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." My daughter can carry on a conversation with Alexa for 3 hours.
And let me know. She says please and thank you
She
to
does,
Alexa
she does.
too.
The other day, we actually just got a brand new Echo Show 8. It's a huge
It is
screen.
a larger
Yeah,
screen.
but it can, it basically they upped Alexa to be like ChatGPT essentially.
Oh.
And so you can the other day Quinn was having a conversation and she was like, "Look at what I have in my hand." And Alexa took a picture of what she had in her hand. And she was like, "You have a juicy red strawberry. I wish that I could taste the
Oh
strawberry. That
my
looks so good."
goodness.
And Quinn was like, "Yes, it's delicious." And she's like, "I am so jealous. I wish that I could have one."
Yeah,
So
that's a little creepy.
That's a little bit much. Do you guys have Alexas or Echoes or anything?
I think we used to have a Google, but
Alexa is
we
a
haven't used it in a
Google.
long.
Yeah. I did use it a lot in my other house when I was still in Missouri and played the music and, asked for facts and it would give me like my daily weather and the news and stuff like that. And that was pretty, helpful, especially, getting kids ready and those kind of things. So I think as a
I
mom, I do think that that's helpful,
Well, there's a
to get.
whole other thing that you can do with Alexa too, because if you have an Alexa in, like, we used to have one in Channing's room, which I need to plug his back in, but you can like announce things. So because we have an upstairs and a downstairs, I could say, "Hey Alexa, announce that dinner's ready," or "Hey
Oh,
Alexa, tell Channing to come do his chores," and it would go to
Wow,
his specific
that's
one.
crazy.
And so you
that's
can
cool.
yeah, I mean, you
It
can
is
set
cool.
timers. That's how all of my baking, I'm like, "Hey, Alexa, set a 20-minute timer."
Yes, yes.
Or
I hear you do that a lot.
yeah,
And that is,
yeah.
like I have like the thermostat. And so I can set all that's like, with it. And it's helpful until it's not, right? Like my oven, my fridge, all the appliances when got the new house, all the appliances are on an app. You can start all of it. Washer and dryer too. Now, I've never used that part because, hey, I'm not going to cook because I don't do that often, right, Michelle? That's what we do as empty nesters, not cook as much. So, but it's all like way too much for me. But I could see as a younger parent, or someone with younger kids, that would be very helpful with it. So, I think those things that help give us that time back for ourselves, that we could utilize those things, and it could be very helpful with it. I know some coffee pots are even that way.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they have, like, Wi-Fi ones now, they probably do, but I know you can, like, set timers to say, "Hey, start making coffee
Yes.
at 5:30 AM, so whenever I wake up at 5:45, I can
Right.
have a fresh cup of coffee."
Right. So, Michelle, I would think that you probably use a lot calendar wise and stuff too, online and stuff.
Just like through email, like Microsoft Office
Yeah.
mostly, because that's what we have at work. I think the greatest technology ever invented was the Fitbit. It is my best friend.
She loves the Fitbit.
I do not
Better
like
than
Fitbit.
you love that better than the Apple Watch, correct?
Yes, I love my
I
Fitbit.
think Fitbit is more accurate than the Apple Watch, 100%.
Yeah,
But I like
I think the health tracking and stuff, it does a better
yeah.
job.
Yeah, I agree with that because I did like my Fitbit, but I kept having to upgrade it, and I've never really had to, like, upgrade my watch, my Apple Watch.
Do you upgrade a Fitbit?
They come out with newer ones. They update the software and all that kind of stuff, just like anything else.
Yeah.
I
And
just didn't prefer it.
Yeah, you do steps and stuff. I love it so much. Macy, do you use those things?
I have an Apple Watch that I
Yeah.
use.
Yeah. And so what is your choice for tech? What do you use the most tech-wise?
My iPad, I use that every day. I really like to listen to different like shows or podcasts and stuff. I like to put it on my iPad and then just as I like do stuff around the house, I carry it around with me.
Now, do you make a standard grocery list or do you put things on your phone or how do you?
Mm. I've actually used ChatGPT to do like the recipes and stuff and like give me a grocery list. I've done that. Uh, a lot of the time I use just like the Walmart app. I do a lot of delivery and pickups. A lot of the
Yes.
time my list is just in my cart pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like using Amazon or Alexa for like making lists because it goes straight to your phone. So
Oh,
like if I'm looking in the fridge, I can be like, "Hey Alexa, add eggs to my grocery shopping list," and then it'll be on there.
that's
That's
So
cool.
I don't know. I'm a
Wow.
huge Alexa fan.
yeah. Well, and when I was at the other house, I even, you know, had looked up everything and you can even have it where I can say, "Hey, it's mom time," and program it where it would dim the lights, turn my thermostat down. I was a big advocate for the plugins.
Mhm.
Um, and so those were all hooked up, and so it would dim lights. So you put your kids to bed or you do any things, because I always thought, well, that would be really cool. I would do that because of curfew and stuff. And when my Gracie would get home, the youngest, and so then it would kind of set everything for it. And thermostat, it can help save so much money,
Yeah.
honestly, for the heat and the cooling and all those things and the light. Michelle, do you not use any of those? I'm kind of surprised that you wouldn't, honestly.
I do not.
I
I'm
am
old school. I flip the switch, baby.
Yeah,
I am really surprised. Because it does save a lot of money.
I mean, yeah, but then again, Alex and I, my husband and I, we started using the little switches for like our bedside table lamps. And I realized how lazy that was. Like, I can't set up and turn off a lamp. I was literally like, Alexa, turn off my side lamp. That's lazy. So we don't use those anymore.
So
My
Alexa
goodness.
made you feel guilty.
For sure. She does a lot of the time too. So
Well, I
it's
wouldn't thank her
fine.
for that.
I will always be appreciative. I'm going to be like the last one. I'll be like their queen or something, you know?
See, my whole house is old school. We don't have
You and
any of that
Michelle
stuff.
got the old school house right now. That's okay. I have all the stuff on mine that I don't really use. It's okay.
She has everything and it makes me very jealous. Cause
And
like I'll go over
it
there and I'm
does
like,
because
why
then
are
I'm
you
like,
not
I
using
don't
it?
even know how to use it. But,
That would be
the
me.
ones that there are the ones that I do really like that do help me a lot. And they help me with time, not only with time, but they help me with health and different things. So, in all honesty, I really like my Roomba, like vacuum. I think that's very helpful, and that saves a mom a lot of time too, not having to go back and through. Does anyone else
Mm.
use those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yep,
actually
I'd
have
like to have one.
we have a Roomba and its name is Gladys. And if she would get stuck on like the steps, it would say, Gladys is falling off a cliff. And I'd have to go save her.
I didn't have any of those things. Like I just watched it go around and
You
I
don't
didn't
name it? Oh my
did not
gosh.
name
We name everything. So which is also an Alexa, our Blink system, like our security system, is called Chris Hansen from Dateline. And
Michelle. Michelle is a Dateline lady.
and then all of the things that come off it, like our garage camera, our back camera, and then like our doorbell, we name like this is really bad. We named them old men names that would be predators. Like
Because of Chris Hansen.
so like
Oh my gosh.
Herbert is one of them.
You
But
just name everything.
yeah, it's so much fun.
You know how mine do go with it? They do save me a lot of time. There's a lot of things with it, but it says XX551AB. And then there's XA, it's just whatever.
Yeah, so whenever mine's like, hey, someone's at your Greg, I'm like, oh, someone's at the front door. And then if it's like, hey, someone's at your Herbert, and I'm like, oh, someone is in my house. I know.
Okay, who else goes to that level?
No.
No, I find great satisfaction in vacuuming with the vacuum cleaner.
What?
I
Me
like
too.
it. I
If
do.
it
I
gets
like it.
vacuumed.
For real?
I do. I like it. It gives
Like
me
some
satisfaction to make the vacuum
lines?
strips myself.
You can program a Roomba to make lines, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can. I don't know how. But like she's like, I want my line.
Okay, but
There's just satisfaction in doing it. I don't know.
I
there
do like the lines. I do agree with you. But also if I, like when we had pets that in the house, it does help, maintain that quicker. But one thing I do want to get, and I don't know if you guys have tried, is like the Aura ring or the Call Me rings. Have you seen those?
yes, I want an Aura ring so bad.
My sister
Nobody's
has
seen
one.
those? Have you tried it, Macy?
But she really
No?
likes it.
Yeah, it's supposed to do like health.
Oh yeah, like I'm not judging and I'm not being mean right now, but like menopause wise, that would be extremely helpful for that.
Who are
Honestly,
you speaking to right now? That's
I
what
think
I want
she's
to know.
speaking directly to me.
I was 100%.
And you
I
know
was gonna say,
why?
one of us in this group has already done it, so
Yeah,
it's not
well,
me.
you know what I think? I am sitting there knowing that it's probably her and her sister talking about how crazy I am with menopause.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. There's some times where I call her and we're both like, dang, this menopause thing is gonna take us out with her.
That's another episode. Right,
Yeah.
Michelle?
But I'm serious. I think an Aura ring would really help, like,
You think it's going to send you alerts when I'm like on a high menopause?
not for me, for you. It like will give you tips on how to control different things.
Now I don't
And
want an Aura ring.
okay, I want one, so I'm gonna get one.
Doesn't monitor your stress level. Does any mom need that?
Yeah,
And your sleep.
and they like stay
Or lack
charged
thereof.
forever.
And what?
They stay charged for a very long time. Like it's like a
And
week.
they
yes, I
charge
think.
quickly, I think.
Yes, and that's not like my Apple Watch dies very fast. I don't know about you, Macy, but mine
Mhm.
is like gone by the
What
end of the
about the
day.
Fitbit? Does it charge? Well,
My Fitbit stays charged well.
I think it depends on which one you get because I got the one with like the big screen trying to save money instead of an Apple Watch, and it died just as bad as an Apple Watch does. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I think the thinner ones are,
the better.
yeah, but that's just me.
You're just a hater.
I am. It's Apple or nothing.
My goodness. Well,
I don't know. I just like that my Apple Watch connects to my phone
Mhm.
Yeah,
and I can get
no,
texts.
your Fitbit,
and
doesn't your Fitbit give you messages?
Yes, it does.
but it's different. It's different.
Hater. I say again,
I am.
hater.
I am the biggest hater of Fitbit.
That's hilarious. All right, Macy, tell us your time-saving tech thought.
I don't really have any.
Nothing time-saving that you use tech for that saves you time as a mom?
No what?
Gosh, I know, Miss Rachel.
I don't know that she's in the Miss Rachel stage, are you?
Yeah. Mhm. He likes watching Miss Rachel, Bluey, or Mickey Mouse. So
That would save my sanity and like maybe 15 minutes of my time. Like,
And
Yeah.
15 minutes matters.
man, I would turn on Miss Rachel and then go make myself a meal. Actually, that was a rough time.
She uses Mimi a lot. I do FaceTime her a lot, and
It's
it
your
helps.
tech.
That's her tech. I get lots of FaceTimes from Bowen.
That's funny. Yes. Yes, that
So
does.
I'm babysitting him over the phone. He
I
only
do that all the time.
Yeah.
when he hears the FaceTime noise, he does not know what's going on, but he knows Mimi's gonna be on the phone. So he goes, Mimi, Mimi. I'm gonna do the
That's so
FaceTime
cute.
Mimi.
That's hilarious.
I
See,
love
Jill,
it.
you are good because you are in that FaceTime. You can have that. That's a
Yes.
way to use tech.
I can do minute.
I think it would absolutely blow your mind if we like set up everything for you.
Yeah, I agree. See, I think
Probably.
Michelle too is like career woman with it. I think if all those things, I think it should just be like,
Like if we got you guys a skylight, is it skylight calendar?
Yeah.
Like that would change your life.
Those things look cool.
I want one so bad.
I just don't
One
think
of
I'd
s-
use it.
I would
What is
I would
it?
hang it up. I would
you
put a
have to
fake
get
frame
in
on it.
such a habit to use it. But I think once you do, I think those things help.
Yeah.
Well, and I was talking to a mom this week. We visited several businesses. And I was talking to one of the moms that own the businesses this week, and she said that she even has it where, she can say, Alexa, help me unwind. And it will give her breathing instructions. It will give her like affirmations. It will say all those things with her. And then I was talking to another mom that said that she has it programmed in for times to unplug as a mom. Alexa, help me unplug.
Yeah, even your other daughter does that.
Yeah.
She'll set up like timers basically for TikTok and Instagram, and if
To turn it off.
to turn it off, or it'll tell her, "Hey, why don't you go read a couple pages in your Bible and then come back and you can have 15 minutes of TikTok."
Wow.
So,
Okay.
So she's a 20-year-old with a babysitter, is what you're
Yeah.
saying.
It makes me think of the movie
She-
Smart House. Remember that one?
yes.
Where all the gadgets came
Michelle.
alive?
Yes. Michelle, what I just heard is it's okay for Alexa to tell her that, but not me. Well, I think that there is a fine line where you can lose yourself with it and lose your children in the whole grand scheme of it. So I think that there has to be, all of those turn off points or whatever it is with it. I know for as a business and podcast and the things we're doing that we have some sponsors that are coming along. So we will have some challenges. And so we'll be able to show all the other moms how we can grow and how they can do things. And, as they, send us things up to different levels and, they are very techy and are very, very, very bold in saying how much it's going to help us with it. So, I hope you guys are up for that challenge.
Yeah.
Wait, I see the excitement. It's coming. It's building. Michelle, I see it on you. Here it
I'm
comes.
old and set in my ways, woman.
Unless I say, can we do a trip? Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alexa, book me a vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Now, come on.
With
Tell
the
me you
empty
wouldn't do
nest
that.
moms.
That's right. That's right.
Alexa, book me a what's that called?
A
A
massage?
retreat.
A retreat.
A
Mom's
mom retreat.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. You were also talking about how kids can be with internet and you have to really limit that. Our internet provider actually lets us set down times for like when my son goes to bed, where his internet will automatically turn off at a certain time and it will not turn back on until the next day after he's like
Oh, wow.
at school. So I
That's awesome.
I utilize a lot of tech like just for stuff like that. It's just so much easier. I don't
Yeah.
know. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think there's so many things that could be an advantage for moms, not only in kids, not only for themselves, but just in day-to-day tasks to remind themselves that they're important, to come back and grab some time for them. Maybe it's just the affirmations, with Alexa. I did really think that that was a great idea and something that I personally would use as well, instead of maybe having it hanging or in addition to just to hear those things because you
Mhm.
yourself being able to hear that does help with it. So that's just my opinion with it. Let's hear yours.
Hey, I'm old school and I still have the paper calendar on my fridge. And I have it color coded by people
Yep.
because I'm not smart enough to use my phone all the time.
It is a challenge, to go back and learn. And honestly, that's where I would use chat.
Well, and
Right.
it also like to be fair, it's change everything is changing
So quickly.
so quickly. Like you can learn one thing and then in a month it would be a entirely different
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. It is very overwhelming.
Yeah, it's very overwhelming. Very.
It is. I have to call you and your mom all the time asking you how to do stuff.
That's okay. But if you had
Someday,
chat,
maybe.
you could just be like, "Hey chat, can you please help me?" And it
Yeah,
would be
chat's
like,
good.
"Yeah, Jill, what can I help you with?"
Just make sure you say please and thank you.
And then you could pick
Please
the
and thank you.
voice. It could be like this Australian
Oh, no,
man.
Michelle.
I had an Australian man on my phone for a long time, And I drive so far to work that there were times he would read a text message like from your mom, which can be crazy sometimes. And I could not figure out what he was saying. And so finally I just had to change it back to an American.
Between me and doing it as a voice thing and all these,
That is the worst kind of text message to get from my mother.
No, listen. Ask Michelle what the worst one we've ever had was. This one.
I don't know if it was the worst. It was the funniest. Like your mom is rambling in this text message and it says, "You're fat." And, and I was like, what in the world is going on?
And I went back and I'm like, no, I didn't say you're fat. Why did that say that? And in my head, I could hear this Australian guy saying, I was like, what?
No, I
We've
mean,
had some pretty funny ones go back.
When mom gets on that whole like talking into Siri
it's usually when I'm just in heavy traffic.
No, sometimes I don't even know what you're doing. And I'll read it out to Alex. I'm like, does this make any sense? And he goes, has your mom ever made sense in her text? And I'm like, no.
I need some tech that's going to read my mind and send it to you.
Ooh, that could be scary.
Read my mind.
I think it'd have to be censored first.
Yes.
Yes.
I think all of us here agree with that.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
I do say what's on my mind once in a while.
Once in a while?
All right, Michelle, come on. What more tech would you like to use?
I don't know. I actually was kind of not a big fan of the idea of ChatGPT, but I have found it useful in a lot of spaces. So I think I just have to. My big fat cat is walking on the table making the camera shake. But anyway, and full. But I think I just have to kind of get introduced to some stuff so I get out of my comfort zone and try it.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there one thing that you look at and think, I really think I want that?
No, not really. I mean, my life has gotten much easier without children. So I'm not saying that because I don't love my children. I'm just saying there's a lot less chaos and things going on than there used to be. So yeah.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I can see where, like the calendar thing would be beneficial and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah. They probably have feeders for cats too.
Well, they do.
They do. They're just so expensive.
I know.
They are.
I know.
I also
That's
want
like-
the robot cat litter box, but I don't want to pay for that either.
Those things are so expensive.
I actually had that one.
Yes, but you know what, Michelle? If you got that, if someone wanted to give that to you to try out, then you could do it for them and we could review that.
We could, because I would really like to know if it would keep up with 3 cats.
3 cats.
Because
That's right.
that's what I need.
That's right. What's the best one?
I don't know. It's probably that huge one that like turns.
Does the whole
The
circle.
egg. Yeah, the egg looking thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I didn't have that one, but I had the.
Yeah, it was like the bottom just kind of went.
Yeah, it like
was
raked
electric.
it.
Yeah.
That too. And it worked for a while, but then like, I don't know, it gets gravel in the track or something. and
Yes. Yeah. The crystals or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So Macy, what would you use? What's your tech thoughts?
I would like to have an Oura ring to track like my cycles and ovulation and stuff like that. Probably one of the Roombas because
Yeah.
I don't have one and I have a big hairy dog and messy toddler and I would like one of those.
That
It'd
to
be
be
nice.
helpful. Yeah.
Or the mop vacuum combo thing.
Oh my gosh, I want one of those so
Too.
badly. I
That's
want a
funny.
mop vacuum.
And save me
my
so much
gosh.
time.
That's funny. Well, also, Michelle, do you remember going to Ireland and we saw the lawn mowing
Yes.
like Roomba thing? And it was in the country. It was in Ireland. We were outside of Dublin, and out in the country and going to this little castle place where we stayed. And you would have never in your life thought you would see one of those automatic mowers. And it does look just like a Roomba.
Yep.
And we were driving along and I was like, what is that? And we got up closer and we're like, oh my gosh, that's one of those mowers. And there was a fence and it was in the front of the fence with it. And then there was fields all around. And we were like, okay, would have never thought to see that there.
Right.
Yeah, talk about lines. Those things you can program them to
Yes.
do whatever.
This one
To make it
didn't.
look like a baseball field.
Yes.
Nice.
Lauren, what about you? What's your tech?
Like what I use the
What you
most
want.
or what I want? Probably an Aura ring. I've always wanted one of those specifically to track my sleep. I just love tech. Period. If I could upgrade my phone every time they come out with a new phone, I would.
And she is pretty close to doing it.
I am pretty close. It's like every 3 years. If I push it.
Well, I tell you what, if they made coffee for me, then I might tell them please and thank you.
Yes, but if you can say, hey, do this for me.
I'm all about the
Sure.
robot. Bring the robot in for me. I'm down.
I love it. Alex and I, my husband and I, we always talk about how we want a smart home.
Yeah.
We can almost do everything from our phones, but I love it.
But
I
what
do.
are you going to do if your phone breaks?
You can still
Exactly.
use everything.
But you won't know how because you've had the phone doing it for you forever.
If my phone breaks, I'll go to my MacBook. If my MacBook breaks, I'll go to my iPad. If my iPad breaks,
I don't know.
I'll go
If
to my
The internet
Kindle.
goes down.
I don't know. Your internet goes down.
If my
that's
internet
it.
goes down, everyone in this house is like a mad
Hosed.
person, and we're all like detoxing off of the internet, the Wi-Fi. Where is it at? We need it.
I know, guys, I'm like from when we had pagers, remember? And it was like if there was an emergency and you get a page and it was 911. That's what I am from those, like business wise. When I was working stuff, that's what I always carried.
Yeah, but you also had a phone in the car too, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah. A lot of those things that you can utilize for work, whether it's a calendar, a chat, or those things, are extremely helpful. And I know a lot of the chat prompts and stuff um, that are extremely helpful in doing day to day tasks, let alone business and stuff
Oh yeah, I use
for every.
for analytics
So,
and
right.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's amazing.
And I will get with everyone and we'll kind of put a list together and we'll have a list of on our freebie section off the website that moms can download that will help them because those are big things coming in and those will be very helpful for you to save time and to remind yourself that you are important because you are one of the most important people in your family. And if moms don't take the time for themselves, then that is extremely difficult for them. There's so many options now available that can be helpful, and we highly intend to help you use them. So, any other ending advice, moms?
Ending advice, like based off of tech or just
Anything.
any
What is your
advice.
ending advice that
I
you have for
think
every mom today?
I think that even though like if you're not techie, that's okay. it's it's really hard, and like I said earlier, it is ever changing,
Right.
just like your kids, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's okay if you don't feed into all of the trends and
Even initially.
Oh, absolutely. So
Step back, take some time, watch other people learn it.
yeah,
Mhm.
and honestly, the best place to learn it, YouTube
Or TikTok.
or TikTok. TikTok is a
Because I
huge
know
help.
for us, we will be having YouTube and TikTok videos, and coming out on step by step and how to help business wise and tech wise. And also, Lauren has a whole section that she is putting out on sourdough. So if you've ever been interested in sourdough, she is going through lessons and doing those. Michelle, what about you? What's your ending advice for moms today?
My ending advice is probably just find what works for you, whether it's meal prepping or, one day a week, or if it's something tech, whatever it is, just find something that works for you and try and get some of your own time back.
100%. And I feel like we look back at it now with some wisdom and can see some of those things that I mean, don't you really you look back and think,
Yeah, I was I was strict with myself about knowing what I was going to cook and having all the stuff to make it. And, a lot of times I'd like make the dinner the night before that all I had to do was stick it in the oven the next day kind of thing, because that's how I had to do things for it to
right,
work
to
for
keep
me.
it, yeah. But that's what worked for you and you knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I wish I could have been that way.
I said, I wish I could have been that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what is your ending advice, Jill?
That tech is a great thing and it's a good thing that, I need to learn to put it into my life. However, it's okay to do old school. It's okay to write everything on the calendar or, you know, I'm not going to
What
beat
you need for
myself up.
yourself.
What?
What you need for yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And what about you, Macy? Your ending advice for moms?
I feel like I use a lot of tech, but I also don't at the same time. Like, I like to have a physical list of like what I'm going to do or the plans for the day or to-do lists. Sometimes I find it helpful to actually just write those things down. Then you can plug them into tech or whatever too. But sometimes it's just nice to have something right in front of you that's not digital.
Right.
I like doing that.
Right. Right.
It's
It's
nice
always
to
a
be
good
able to
fallback.
physically check
Mhm.
it off. Yes.
And so, you know, I look at that and think, I probably take way too many classes. I probably look at that and I've been in probably way too many industries and all those things, but I love it. I love to learn. I like to continually know. So for me, am still taking some classes and stuff in all the tech just so that I can stay current and know those things because I remember watching my parents and not knowing anything. And then I also get to be the blessing for my children to annoy them to death and ask them a million questions about how to do
I think
things.
it's great to keep up with the times, honestly. I mean, I try to keep up with everything that my oldest
Right.
does. So I try to be fluent in all of they call it brain rot terms
Yeah.
because then I understand what he's saying. And if he
Yeah.
is,
I always
and
felt that with it. But I'm also going to go back to, like Michelle said, do what is best for you. No one else can define that, with it. So whatever works best for you. And again, we're going to put some prompts and some things that could be helpful for you, for all moms and even some of our moms, to be able to help you and get some things on tech going. If this episode made you laugh or made you want to unplug, share it with another mom. A mom who's tired of carrying it all, a mom who needs just a little bit of help and a little bit of time for herself. And don't forget to grab our freebie this week, the Mom Tech Starter Pack, 5 tools that might actually help make life easier for you.
Sounds right.
We're listing our favorite Alexa routines, smart rings, and a few AI prompts that might just save you time and your sanity.